Checking in with the leaders of the California Democratic and Republican parties, and KCRA 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala spoke with both this afternoon. So Ashley, how are they feeling heading into tomorrow?
Lisa, while there are many issues that divide the chairs of the California Democratic Party and California GOP, after speaking with them, they note they do share a sense of excitement, nerves, and a little bit of anxiety heading into tomorrow. I spoke with CAGOP Chairwoman Jessica Milan Patterson and California Democratic Party Chairman Rusty Hicks. Both are in that final push to get voters to the polls. We're 24 hours out. What is your party doing in these final hours to get people to the polls?
These battleground seats are going to be decided by a handful of votes, and therefore every vote is going to matter. And so we've been on the doors, on the phones, sending text messages, engaging with every single friend and family member.
Right now, what is going to move people is that in-person, peer-to-peer touch, and that's what we're trying to do.
What is the message at this point to those voters that you're trying to reach?
We've talked a lot about what's happened here with one-party rule in California and how California Democrats and their policies have failed us. That's why we have Prop 36 on the ballot this time around. Their pro-criminal policies have led us to this space. And of course, number one at the front of everybody's mind is the economic question. We have an affordability crisis here that is so out of control.
At the forefront of voters' minds are those issues related to the cost of living. And what our future looks like, both here in California and in this country, and what would our freedoms look like under a Harris administration or, heaven forbid, a Trump administration. And I think the choice is pretty clear.
With hours left, is it the control of the House? Is it particular ballot propositions? Like, what is it that the party really wants to hone messaging on?
But we also have a responsibility to help retake the House. You cannot retake the House if you don't win seats in California. We've been investing in that work for nearly 2 years. 2 years plus.
We're obviously very focused on our targeted congressional races. We are also chipping away at the supermajorities in both the Assembly and the Senate up in Sacramento. So that is a major focus with our partners on the legislative side.
Now, state party leaders are anticipating a wait to know the results of not just the presidency, but the results of some of those House races and possible propositions that could be too close to call on election night. Back to you.
All right, Ashley, thank you. And so far, 31% of California voters have cast their ballots. That's according to Political Data Inc. More than 7 million ballots have been cast. In Sacramento, more than 98,000 ballots have been returned. That's 35%, so higher than the statewide average. 60% of those are registered Democrats. This data is through Sunday. Although some counties don't do weekend updates, the group anticipates to see a bigger update tomorrow.